everyone, Stacy here with Cross House of Cards and the Bargain Bandit, and I thought I would do a video of me driving in the car because everybody else does it. So I'm on my way to my first yard sale. It's Friday morning, and there's quite a few to choose from, so I'm picking a specific route, a specific path that I'm going to be taking this morning that will end me up over at a yard sale that I want to go to because they listed that they have games. So I definitely want to, you know, if they mention games in the listing, I definitely try and hit those up. I'm doing a couple of things today. I'm obviously in the car taking you with me a little bit, and I'm going to try and get some footage of some of the yard sales I go to and that sort of thing. We're going to kind of play it by ear and see how people react. I am also only spending $40 today. Let's call this the $40 challenge. I am going to be spending $40 today and trying to make as much profit off of this $40, which means I'm going to be uber selective. I'm not going to buy things that I'm not pretty sure about or that I don't have a really strong instinct about, like that teacup that I bought for $1 and sold it for $15. That was a pretty good instinct. So I want to hopefully take this $40, buy at least 40 items, you know, $1 a piece, I'm cheap, and be able to sell those items for a total of $400. So we'll see how we do. It'll be something that I'll keep track of, you know, and periodically give updates on, probably in my Bargain Bandit episodes. So we'll see how it goes today, and thank you for watching, and come along on this wonderful journey that we are about to embark on. So there's this subdivision right south of where I live, this little neighborhood called Hollywood Park, and I love Hollywood Park. And if I could go, my kids could go to the same schools, I would live in Hollywood Park. But alas, you know, the schools here are very neighborhood specific. So here is the yard sale. I'm going to park right here so you can kind of see, and we'll see what we get. So that one was a bust because they had like some nice collectibles and stuff, but they had collector's prices on things, which is something you come across a lot when you're dealing with collectors. They want, you know, the collectible price for it at yard sales, and they don't want to take the time to actually work on selling it to an actual collector. They just want a collector to show up at their yard sale and buy their items. And most of those times I'm not seeing those items selling. If you want to sell a collectible at a yard sale, you have to seriously discount it. You're not going to get the collector's price for it. So it was kind of a bust. Nothing that really stood out to me that I wanted to spend my limited money on. Had some figurines, but nothing that I went, ooh, yeah, I got to get that. They were an older couple, so the stuff was definitely had some nice antiques, but again, collector's price. So I'm on my way to my next sale now, and I'm at 281, which is like one of the major highways in San Antonio. You can kind of see it there. And they have construction going on everywhere because, you know, San Antonio grew at such a pace that it actually wasn't able to keep up with, the highways weren't able to keep up with the population. And now the population is somewhat stabilized. It's not growing as much. And they're finally getting around to building the highway, as you can see up here. I don't know how good it's going to come out, but this is where they're building 281 and 1604. They're finally, before they weren't connected, and they're connecting them so people can stay on the highway instead of having to get off the highway up here and then get back on a highway, because they're two different highways. And that'll really help with a lot of the congestion up here. And this is close to where I live, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm on my way to the next yard sale. I hope I didn't bore you too much with my highway talk. And let's hope this next one will be a honey hole. Now I'm over here in another nice little neighborhood. I typically don't like to come over to this side because prices over here tend to be expensive, because these are not really wealthy people. These are just normal middle class folks, but they tend to overvalue their stuff, and I'm not sure why these specific neighborhoods do that. But this is not a yard sale. This is an estate sale, so I am going to go see if I can find anything. I have hit or miss luck with estate sales, so we're going to kind of see what's going on here. And the parking situation here sucks, so I'm going to have to be parking and walking. So I'll let you know what I find after. So I just got out of the estate sale, and I spent $2.70 and got these 4 things. They charge tax at estate sales here. And they had a couple other things I was interested in, but not for the prices they were asking. It's the first day of the sale, so they weren't really wheeling and dealing yet. They had a game of trivia, baseball game, Vintage, probably from the early 80s. I didn't really look that closely when she told me the price. She wanted $3 for it. My problem with those is that they are very hard sells. I will be holding on to that for a really long time. I mean, we're not even close to baseball season, and that's probably when the interest would start to peak for that. So I'm like, not for $3 when I'm only spending $40 today. And then they had an old backgammon game that was in really, really rough condition. Lots of staining and stuff. I didn't even ask the price on that because of that. But what I did get for $2.70, and I paid $1 for one mug, 50 cents for 3 of these items, and then of course tax on top of that. The first thing is neat. It is an advertising mug for Keebler Soft Batch Elves, and it's in really good condition. The art looks fantastic. So this should actually be a pretty easy sell because of the advertising aspect of it and a collectible aspect of it. It's from 1984, so it's got a vintage aspect to it as well. And I paid 50 cents for that. I paid 50 cents for this fishing and religion mug. God sends no stress that fishing and prayer can't handle. So, and it has a really nice name brand on it, Abbey Press. So, and it is microwave, dishwasher, and oven safe, interestingly enough. So because of the maker and the topic and the condition, I think that's going to be not too difficult of a sell. Another mug that I paid 50 cents for. Couldn't resist. Amazingly enough, millions of American adults still believe in Santa Claus. In fact, so many still believe in Santa Claus that mental health professionals even have a special name for them. Democrats. So I'm guessing this is pretty insulting towards Democrats, but there's a whole market of people who would love to insult Democrats. Oh, look, a squirrel climbing up the tree. Just ran right by me. And it was made in Japan, and it's a recycled paper product, so kind of a neat item, and I'm sure that it won't be too difficult to sell. And then the item I paid $1 for is this really nice Winnie the Pooh Disney mug. As you can see, Winnie the Pooh made in Thailand. Pooh looks pretty good, and the interior looks pretty good. It's dirty, but I tested it and all the dirt comes off, and now my fingers are dirty. And then on the other side it says sweeter than honey. It's an oversized mug, pretty big one, so that one should do pretty well too. So now let's go after the next one. And here we are at the next location I'm going to be walking up to in a second, and you know, at some point I'm hoping to get some actual video of a yard sale, but like I said, it's all about filling out the situation, and if there's nothing, you know, that I'm going to buy there, it's not really worth showing. So see you in a few. So that sale was lame. That's one of those places where they sell things like new deodorant and shampoo and no toilet paper that, you know, you wonder where they get it all. And so I didn't buy anything from there. I mean, I just saw what it was, immediately left. I'm not even going to waste my time with it. So on to the next one. So we're heading into an area of town that I'm familiar with because my parents live over by it. And it's not a wealthy area, but it's not a poor area. It's like lower middle class, I'd say, where the area we were in just before was middle class. This is more lower middle class, but still, you know, they have money. And you can kind of tell what area of town you're in by the price of gas. Over here it's $3.08, $3.09. Where I live it's $3.17, and then there's some areas of town where it's even more. So yeah, I kind of get an idea of what kind of money you're dealing with based on the price of gas. And I'm heading to my next destination right now. It's still a nice area. I mean, this is definitely an area I would still live in. The houses here are fantastic. One of the nice things about living in San Antonio is property values are extremely low and you get a lot of space for your money. You know, you get 2,500 to 3,000 square feet in this area, probably for about 160, 170. So, you know, that's a lot of space for a little bit of dough. I'm a terrible driver, so I'll probably edit most of this out anyway. I don't know. I mean, I do kind of enjoy watching, like, you know, when the urban pickers do this and they go in the car and they're driving around.
Turn left onto Cloudy Ridge Street, then turn left onto Miners Gap.
And as you can hear, I have a GPS telling me where to go, because without my GPS, I would be completely
lost. Turn left onto Miners Gap, then your destination will be on the right.
And I'm wondering, since I haven't seen any signs, if this one's going to be a bust. It's always a concern when you don't see signs.
Your destination is on the right.
On the right. And I don't see any... Oh, there's something there, I guess. I guess there's something, so wish me luck. So yet another sale that was a bust. She had things I just really wasn't interested in, just not my area of knowledge, and I'm sure that if she had had something I really wanted, that she would have been willing to bargain with me. The one thing they had was this really nice vintage
Turn left.
backgammon game. I mean, the case was in really rough condition, but the interior was really nice, and it was Bakelite. The pieces were Bakelite, so you know, would have been great, except it was missing one of the red pieces, and thus making it incomplete, and thus taking it from might be able to make something off of it to not a whole heck of a lot of value. She had a Trivial Pursuit game she was asking $3 for. You know how I feel about Trivial Pursuit games. And a Boggle game she wanted $3 for. If I had decided to pop on the backgammon game, I might have tried to get her on the Boggle game down a bit. But since I wasn't Boggle, I have a Boggle game. I haven't even listed it yet. But, you know, I mean, they sell a little easier than, say, Trivial Pursuits do, but they're still a hard sell because, you know, it's a pretty popular game. A lot of people have them. So that is one of those interesting things.
Turn right onto Farm to Market 2252 South.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to be turning right? I'm going the wrong way. And this happens to me constantly. So I just finished up at this one sale, and they have a garage here, and then there's more in the house here. And there wasn't anything in the garage. He was selling some slot machines, if you're interested. But in the house I did find a few things. I got this Walt Disney World Mickey cap for $1. Those are good to get. I bought a deck of cards for 50 cents because I can't help myself. And then I got these for 50 cents each. I got 4 packs of them. These Sony CD IT. So I spent $3.50 in here. And on to the next one. So where I'm at right now is a place by the Forum, a place called the Forum. And the Forum is a neat area because it's, you know, middle class.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Phoenix Avenue.
It's not a real expensive area. Once again, these houses over here are probably in the 150 to 200 range. You know, some of these nice area though. I like it, and I actually do pretty good over here. You know, now I'm outside of the loop. Inside the loop, I don't do so well. Outside the loop, unless I'm west of 281. Inside the loop and west of 281 is pretty good. East of 281, not so much. But outside the loop and all the way over here on the east side, I do pretty well. And these are nice houses.
Turn right onto Phoenix Avenue.
Like I said, these are probably $150,000 to $200,000 houses here. Ooh, I like that. I want to live in a nice big ranch, a sprawling ranch.
In 800 feet, turn left onto Forum Road.
Right now we live in a 2-story house, so we basically only live on 1 story. So definitely want to make more use of our living space. But it's a nice area, and I do pretty well when I'm over here.
Turn left onto Forum Road, then turn right onto Zodiac Drive.
Over here is where I bought that World of Warcraft game. I paid $20 for it, but I sold it for $60, among other things that I bought and sold. So
turn right onto Zodiac Drive, then your destination will be on the right.
It's a pretty nice area, and these houses are probably a little less. These are probably in the 110 to 140 range, those smaller ones. But nice area, well kept up, big trees. So, and here we are. Here is the sale.
Your destination is on the right.
There's 2 of them. Sweet. Twofer. So I will let you know what I get. Hopefully something good, because I've only spent a few bucks so far, and we're running out of daylight. So at those 2 sales, I spent $9 total. At one of the sales, I bought this board game, Are You My Mother, for $1. It's not in the best condition. The corners are taped, but it's complete, and it's good subject material based on a book. I mean, I'm expecting to get at least 10 for that. Got a plane, the plane. And then at the other one, I bought a few different things. I paid $2 for that. And I paid $2 for this one, so I got 2 Hero Factory Lego sets, and he said they're complete. Didn't check, so I'm taking a risk on those being complete. I got a SpongeBob memory game, which should sell real easily for $10, and I paid $1 for it, not $2. And then the last thing I got, I paid 50 cents a piece for these. And they are cross-stitch kits, but they are glass framed ones. So inside is the kit that has this picture on it, and then a frame. So I paid 50 cents a piece for these. So you got that one there, that one there, that one there, and that one there. And I'll have to do some research on them before I see if I'm going to be selling them together or separately. So that is I spent $9 total. So right now we're sitting at about, I guess I could use my keys. 9 plus, I don't know, I've spent what, about $15? And it's not enough, I know. But I've got a few more sales I can go to. So let's go. So this next one I'm going to is the reason why I drove over to the side of town, and it's an estate sale, but it's an estate sale that listed that they had games. So I am going to go see what kind of games they have, what pricing they're putting on them. If they're too expensive today, but they have a lot of stuff I want, I will come back tomorrow when they have a better sale. But, you know, mainly this is just like scouting, unless their prices are really reasonable, which, you know, estate sales, it's hit or miss over here. Some of them are willing to negotiate with you, and some of them are just like, oh, it's the first day, we're not doing anything, you know. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think of these types of videos. Am I turning right here? No. I'm curious to hear what y'all think of this video, so please leave me some feedback and let me know if you like it. It's kind of like doing the haul video at the same time I'm
in 800 feet. Turn right onto Pegasus Drive.
It's kind of like doing the haul video at the same time I'm showing you where I'm going and what I'm doing and taking you with me. So and doing a haul video at the same time.
Turn right onto Pegasus Drive, then turn left onto Universal City Boulevard.
So here we go. The sale is on. Here's a little sign. The sale is going to be over here. State sale. Pointed this way. Pointing this way. Little pink sign. So I wonder if it's that. There's one company that uses a lot of pink, and it is. I'm trying to remember. It's a Time for Everything is the name of the sale. The name of the company, and I think that they actually do negotiate prices, if I recall. So this could end up being pretty good. So wish me luck, and hopefully they still got a lot of those games left that they mentioned, and I come back with all my money spent.
there. That's why I keep asking. Yeah, they put sorry up there.
Right, ahí está el normal. Sí. Sí, ya lo movimos, pero estamos en una... Katie. Come on, then. You got that right now.
Honestly, driving me crazy. Till I'm like getting up and running. That is cute. That is nice. $75 ain't bad. I ain't got $75 on it. How did my friend answer? That's the last time you wrestled. We got one more room, we out of here. Okay, we're out. One more, your buffalo one.
Hi.
How are you? A ticket, ma'am. You don't carry that around. What's your first name? Pearl. Do you have a first name? Well, I had left them there with a lady, but I didn't.
En el escritorio que está ahí, parece que Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
And he made a whole bunch of the seed cards and everything, so.
Yeah.
And some of them are so heavy, the necklaces.
Whoa! I have traveled with these. I can't
stand up and around.
Around your neck, right.
Yeah, my
Exactly.
neck will swell and all that.
I can understand that. Do we need Western books? Like Zane Grey kind of stuff? No, there are a variety of books. I mean, a really interesting variety, but
Not Western.
not Western.
My husband has his own.
I don't think so. Over there was. There's a collection of history books right there, but no Western. I think it is. There's a lady in the front room with the short gray hair. She knows more about it. You could ask her. Okay.
Did he want to go with us? I'm trying to think of.
Where'd the guy go to?
Oh, gee.
No telling.
Don't have a clue.
So hi again, and I tied my phone down so that I could do this show with Tracy, and the show just isn't cooperating with me. It keeps disconnecting. Sprint service here, it goes in and out with the 4G and 3 versus 3G. Once they're 4G tree service is solid, I'll probably be able to do it a lot better. But since my phone is tied down, it's much easier for me to talk now. So I figured I might as well finish up this video real quick, so that when I get home I can load it all up, edit it, and send it to y'all so you can see what I did today. But the last place I went to was an estate sale, the estate sale with the board games, and as you'll see from the video footage that I probably put up before, I'll probably put that up before you'll watch the video footage. I did get some video footage of the inside of that estate sale, see how good it turns out. And I only bought 2 things. The board games, and you'll be able to see those in the picture, in the video, were very disappointing. They had really high prices on them in the first place, and they were not in good condition at all. And they weren't even like must-haves. They were a vintage battleship and a vintage operation, and just really, really disappointing. They had a vintage cribbage game, but it was a little scratched up, so I wasn't willing to pop on it. So the board game aspect of that last sale was pretty disappointing. Nothing that I would go back tomorrow for. But I did find a couple of things, and they are pretty reasonable most of the time. And this is the company that sells vintage Bibles for $2. They just don't know that Bibles are money. So I need to make sure that I am always checking out their sales and going to their sales on the first day so I can grab any vintage Bibles that they're selling for $2. But while there, I picked up 2 things, and one thing I probably shouldn't have, but I did anyway. And it's this here, patterns, costume patterns. I like picking up the costume patterns. I like the idea of costume patterns. Whether or not I can sell them, I don't know. I've got 2 up that haven't sold yet, and they're not even worth a lot of money, like $6 or $7. And I paid $1 for it, so I probably overpaid on this. But it's kind of neat. It's got clown costumes. Clown costumes. And then the other thing I got, they had one Bible, and I'm not sure on the age of it. I couldn't find any publishing information on it, so I'm going to have to do some research on it. It might be a modern Bible, in which case, it's not going to be worth much. But it's in really good condition. If I can figure out the age on it, the leather is in really fantastic condition. So I actually only paid $1 on it. They had $2 on it, but when I got up there, she just wrote down $1. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So overall, I did not come close to my $40 goal of spending today. So we'll see. I think I spent a little under $20. We'll see if we can take that, what I sold today, and turn it into $200. I don't know. But that was my haul today, and it wasn't anything great. I did go to an area of town that I never get anything good out of. Yeah. And then the last couple of stops were places where I do get something. And I got some things from the last couple of stops. But you have to kind of drive through an area of town that sucks to get to the area of town that's good. But tomorrow I'm going to go, I think I'm going to hit the South Track, Southwest, and I haven't done that one in a while. Before I have to go to my son's birthday party, I have to be there at 11. So I guess that'll be about 2 hours maybe of good shopping before I have to, make sure that he's take him to his birthday party. So I'm gonna try and get some things. Have a little better day today. My husband's like, "You have all that stuff from the auction. You don't need to be having such a good weekend." And I'm like, I want to find another manhole game. I'm never gonna find one if it's not out there. So let me know what you think of this video format. Did you like me taking you out? Obviously, I don't know how good these videos are turning out. I won't know till I get home and load them up and look at them, but hopefully they're pretty good. So let me know what you think. Do you like coming out with me? Did you like the footage from the estate sale? Was that good? It makes me a little nervous because, I don't want people to be mad at me because I'm taping things. So I'm kind of pretending like I'm not taping things, just kind of holding my phone. And so we'll see. But anyway, if you like it, let me know. If you have any suggestions for improvement or anything you'd like to see, let me know. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And be sure to check me out with Tracy on the Gal Picker Show every day at 11 a.m. Eastern, except for today, or 11 a.m. Pacific, except for today, because I I suck today. I lost track of time. And then I was by Rudy's, which is like this ridiculously good barbecue joint. And I was actually going to make that part of this video, was to show you all the awesome food I got at Rudy's. I got a serving of cream corn. And I hate cream corn, but I love Rudy's cream corn. Like, it's so good. And I got some moist brisket. It's so delicious. And I got some sausage. And I got some extra stuff for my family to eat too later. And of course, they put a whole like 7 or 8 slices of white bread. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Tell your friends, come watch me. Let's go viral. Be sure to check me out on Facebook at Crass House of Cards, and on eBay I'm Crass House of Cards and Games. And here on YouTube, you're on my channel. But you can also catch me daily with Tracy the Highland Picker every day but today. Now I'm stuck in traffic, so it doesn't even look like I'm going to catch the end of that show. But catch me on that show at 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. We go over items that we have up for sale and talk about general picking topics, answer questions, read comments, that sort of thing. It's a lot of fun. And heads up, we're going to have Juan Santana on the show pretty soon, so that's going to be fun. Juan is a really cool guy. I did Trash Talkin' Treasures with him this past week, and he and I, I really enjoy doing the show with him, so it should be fun to have him on the show. And, we're definitely going to do the special guesting occasionally thing. Maybe once a week we'll have a special guest on the show. I know we did it twice this week with Brett and then with Ann, but Ann wasn't really a special guest as a special co-host because Tracy couldn't make yesterday, so Ann was my go-to co-host. And I know I left Tracy high and dry today, and I apologize for that. Like I said, I lost track of time, and I was really far away from my house when I realized I needed to be home by 1. And then I tried to do it on my phone, but the technology is not quite there yet. We're almost there. We're almost there to being able to do crazy, wild things from the future. We're almost in the future. But the technology just isn't quite there yet. Maybe if I lived in a place where the 4G was more reliable, it would have worked. But our 4G here is really unreliable. It goes in and out. So, what is with the backup, man? Do not know. This is crazy. Crazy backup. Crazy backup. So yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to make it home in time to catch the end of the show and say bye to everyone. So sorry about that today. That was my bad. Like I said, lost track of time. And then I was really hungry and I was by the barbecue place, so I decided to eat. And since I was sitting there, I'm like, well, let me see if Google Plus will work on my phone. And it does. And when I was just sitting there talking to Tracy and I wasn't driving and I wasn't moving anywhere, it seemed to work fine. So I think the failure on my part was driving, but I have to be home to pick up my kids. So if I had done the show in one place, I would have been racing home to pick up my kids. Yeah, I just didn't want to deal with that, so I wanted to be able to drive and do the show at the same time. And maybe in another year the technology will be there to be able to do that. And when it is, none of us will ever stay home and do these shows, will we? We will always do them on the road, because seriously. To be able to do the show while you're driving, because, we are all multitaskers, and just driving kind of sucks. Like, you always want to have something else to do, so being able to do a show, unlike doing this recording right now while I'm driving, is so nice because I'm multitasking here. Maybe I'll do my Bargain Bandit episodes from here. Be like, blah, 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 blah. I have to do all the editing at home. But I can maybe record the videos here talking to you guys about my different things. I need to set it up though so like the camera's like in a better location, I think. Tie it down somehow, or build some kind of device that will hold it. Like right here, I just pop it down and it records me from the top down or something. I don't know. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, and thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. See you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe I'll do another haul video this weekend based on what I'm buying tomorrow. Yeah. Bye.